Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. As always, we do a mic check for all the platforms. So here we go. Twitch check, Twitch mic check. Good. Kick check, kick. Mic check. Good. And YouTube check, YouTube. Okay, everything is good and well. So today, as you can see by the title, is how do I recommend you do your vault? My vault is full of weapons from the festival that we got here, and other weapons also. And it seems a little bit full. But nonetheless, we can solve that very easily. Pull up the app over here that we do it with. All right. I'm gonna sign out of it first and then sign back in. Very good. Let me take a look at here. Setting it up correctly here. All right. So let me just make sure it is the right web page. Wrong one. Okay. Right one. Yep. There's the right web page. Now I'm going to pull up the web page here so you can take a look at it. All right, so here you go. Here's the web page that you can see. Slide.gg. Very easy to find it. It makes things very simple when you're trying to organize your weapons. And I gotta pull the screen up on the other side here so I can see what you see, because as I flip through the screens, it flips my screen. Okay. So I can now see what you see. Exactly like that. Let me turn it on and off just to take a look at it. Off, on. Okay. So you're gonna go on LightGG. And over here on the corner, there is a login button. So you're gonna log in. Well, I guess I'm logged in. I can see it there as I click here. My icon changes to my own. All right. And then what you want to do is you want to come in here on God Roles, and you're gonna go God Role Appraiser. Oh, perfect. Sign in. Perfect. Authorizing. My case is the PlayStation. I'm on the PlayStation Network. Successfully authorizing. It's gonna pull up your account, and then this is my account right here. I don't know why I have these two, but nonetheless, this is the account. My main account. Download the last one, and then reset all data. Go ahead, proceed. Um, you don't have to do that often, but I do. I'm doing it right here so you can see it. So when you reset all data, it goes back to here. You don't necessarily have to log off. I have logged off, but you don't necessarily have to. And there it is. My account's there, and you can see it. It's all over here. So one thing you need to know about LightGG is based on usability. So if people are not using certain guns, they drop in tier, or they don't even inquire at tier. Um, so and then again, every gun is based on how you like to play and your game style and stuff like that. So obviously, it's how I like to play and my game style. It's what I'm showing you here. So don't necessarily do what I do because your gameplay may differ from my gameplay. So what I'm showing you here is how to sort it quickly. Yeah, because you don't want to stay here for hours on end. With that being said, this video will be longer than an hour because I have a lot of it to go through. Um, but if you do it on a regular basis, like you finished your game session, you kind of do this, or you do it right before you start every gaming session, you'll be fine. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to God Row Appraiser. That's gonna pull up everything you have on your vault. I keep saying don't show me this again, but it keeps showing me it again. So there you go. It pulls up everything. And then the next step is to go right here on the corner to this hourglass looking thing, this cup looking thing. Okay. And then, as you can see, all of them are open here. They're all my guns are open here. There's a lot of guns that you're not going to sort because there's no need to sort them. They are your exotics, right? So if you have them, you have them. If you don't have them, go get them, right? You're not really too worried about sorting those, right? Because they're exotics. All right, so first things that you need to know is you see there's a little arrow. That means it can go higher in quality. Okay, so pay attention to that. In a previous video of mine, I explained this in more details. Um, so as I go through, I might explain it again because it might happen again. All right. So the other thing you want to do here, if you're trying to sort a specific gun, then you change the burn of the gun and it will pop up over here. You can also change whether it's kinetic initial power, and you can also change whether it takes primary, secondary, or heavy ammo. Up to you. I don't click on anything else other than legendary. I leave all of these on because I want to see them all. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is eliminate the S's, eliminate the A's, okay, and go through what you have. This will be so simple and so fast that if you just need a quick uh, amount of inventory, you're running short, your characters are full, you have nothing on your, you have no spaces on the vault, like it's 10 spaces on your vault. Somebody just called you to go do something real quick. This is what you can do, and you can do this very quickly. And I'm gonna go through it right now, and you can time me so that way a full vault I have right now. Uh, how many spaces do I have here? Let's see. In a full vault, I got 630. My characters are full, and there's 70 spots here. If I empty my characters, I have no spots. All right. So this character is empty, but all the other characters I'll quickly show you. So my other characters, they're all like this. You see how the vault's full? The character's full. So I leave one spot open on each when I'm doing inventory because it makes it easier. And everything that's in the character is mostly exotics. I don't have any more exotics for here. So I put something extra, but they're all exotics here. Okay. And this is my PvP. So I usually leave this gun in this character. I'm not good at PvP, but hey, if you keep pushing, you eventually win. So I do it. Okay, so here we go. So going back to the Light GG. Great website. Great website. All right, so here we go. Auto rifles. Okay, this Chroma Rusher was here last week, so I grabbed it because it has that PvP perks right there, and I want to take a look at it. So, and then one of the examples here is this, right? Rufus Fury is an adapt weapon from one of the raids that not many people got. It's very hard to get it, right? And then because it's very hard to get it, it doesn't even have a rating. Okay. And if I pull it to my character, um, you can see it a little bit bigger. And this is the gun right here. Right? It's an adapt. You can, I believe you can craft it. So most people have the crafted version of it. But I got this one. I really like it. So I kept it. Yeah. Okay. Going back to Light GG and transfer it back to the vault. So as you can see here, all three characters have the same emblem, and that's confusing. I would just recommend you change the emblem, which I just did, and it will, in a bit, this will change. Okay, so let's go. Bow. It's a B. Okay, and this is a really good gun, right? But it's a B. Okay, so this would be like a question mark. Do I have an A? So skip it for now. Right? Don't worry about it. Don't stress too much. But to show you, right? I have a succession, submission, B, which is that one that's in question. And I have a submission A. And furthermore, I got a submission S. Right? So I already know that about my inventory. So if you don't, skip it for the moment and then come back to it. Or you can do what you just did. Do I have an S in there? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. All right, so this goes to the character. And then you go ahead and delete it. Oh, but wait, it's a 550. All right, I want my inventory to be at 550. So without even thinking, pick up a heavy weapon you like, bring it to 550. Okay. And then keep going. All right, counting the time now. All right. So there we go. That was that. Eventually, it will disappear. So don't worry about it. Don't click refresh. You don't need to. It refreshes itself. It's quite fast. So, and every time you transfer something, it does a refreshing. So this is a D because it's craftable. So I haven't crafted the perfect one. It's just as it stands right now. Leave it alone. I've already locked it. Okay. Also, skip it. So I shouldn't have many B's here. Okay. See, this is locked because it's a B tier, but it's a rare gun from the raid. I haven't gotten an A or an S for that, so I'm keeping it. All right, keep going. I'm looking at the actual picture of the gun itself because I remember and I recognize and I memorize the gun. So because I know what I'm doing, makes it easier. So here we go. There's another one. Transfer, warlock. Go to the warlock. It's a 550. Find an exotic you like. Bring it to 550. Go back. All right, keep going. So how this one is a B, I don't know. It's a really good gun. Maybe there is an A out there or S out there or something that does better than that. And that's something you should pay attention to. Maybe it says B because a lot of people are playing with different guns. They're not playing with that gun so much, or they didn't participate on that season, right? And then they couldn't have it. So there's not many people with it, right? So I'm just gonna go through and pick up everything now. Since I've explained what it is that I do, I'm gonna just go through and picking up everything that I have that falls in the B. Oh, there's a good one here to explain. So this one is good. It's definitely a B. I can translate to the warlock. But this one, however, has a little arrow up there. Okay, so I click on here and I click show its highest. And at its highest, it still remain a B. So I'm gonna go and transfer that to the warlock. Or to your character, right? Whatever character you have. And you see how the icon is changing here? Okay. So, which means it's in my character. Very important, right? It's in my character. Okay, so keep going. This B could be bigger. This is definitely a C. This is a B. Hmm. Another B. Hmm. C. B. B. Level. Solid B. All right, I'm gonna stop there because the character's getting full. So I'm gonna flip it back to the character so you can see what we have here. So my character's getting full. I'm sure all of these are Bs. I am not stressed. Oh my God, do I have to look at every single one of them? Right, so Connecticut Tremors is here, right? Electrician Orbs, right? So there's a bunch of little things over here that seems really cool, right? But they're Bs, right? So I go like that and I can see it. All my guns. And I go all my exotics. Look at this. One day of playing, you can upgrade all your exotics. Ready for next season. Because it's not going to change. It's 550. Right? Would I recommend this if you're going to change it? No. Just do it to the guns that you really like and enjoy. And then you don't have to worry about any other gun. That not having it at its max level, right? So these were all inquired in like a day, maybe a day and a half, like of gameplay. Look, I got some shinies here. Ooh. 9,000 kills on that one. All right, so if I look at the character again, empty, go back where we stopped, and I think it was SMG. Okay, SMG. They moved. All right, let me refresh because I moved quite a bit of them. So I'm gonna refresh that. Okay, I already did auto rifle, fusion, glaive, grenade, hand cannons, linears. Wow, deleted all the SMGs that were B and they went away. So this tabs will disappear eyes, you don't have any in that category. So I suppose we're going to machine gun now. Oh, I did that. Balls, rockets. I really like this gun, and it's a C, even though it's crafted and locked. So, hmm, which one is this? That's a perpetual, I think. It is locked. It is B, and I probably don't have an A or S because it's locked. Because it's B. Because it's masterwork, right? I don't have an A or S. I haven't gotten one, and I didn't go back to the raid, so I finalized it. And this will give me a good idea if I find others later on, and these others are A or S. I will say, oh, I finally got my one step up. And when you find a lot of S's, you're no longer going to need any A or B's. So you get rid of that too. All right, here we go. Again, this is an adapt weapon, hard to get. So I kept it. All these old weapons. They can't get them anymore, or nobody plays with it. Oh, I'm getting them here. Good. I had a really good breach light, and then they changed the breach light to a different system, so I got another one. So the best I could get was a B. So unfortunately, I could not farm for A tier. Okay, so there are two Bs here. So this gun's unique. So what we have here is lone wolf target lock, right? People have A tiers and S tier ones. That is a different loadout. Okay, but people are saying that these lone wolf target lock for PvP is better, and I happen to have two of them. So for now, I'm gonna leave them alone. They are locked. They are the hollow foil ones. Okay, and I'm gonna look at them when I'm looking at the A and S tiers. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna make a mental note that I need to look at this to see if I have one that has lone wolf target lock that is an S tier because it has Connecticut Trimmer and Bewildering Blast also. That'll be the ultimate gun. Like my Mint Retrograde has everything I need in one gun. So that's what you really want. You want to have one gun that has everything you need, right? I just got a compliment from a Mint Retrograde, and it's true. It is that good. It has everything. So okay, so that's good there. Mm, and it's boring. I get it. It's boring, but it's over. Look, done. So if you needed slots available for you to do something, um, as you remember, we had 630 slots available, and now I have 617 slots, right? Total used. So I gained a few slots in there, and I could play my game, right? So if I really needed to, just get rid of the crap, boom, done. That was it. I could have done that a lot faster if I wasn't explaining. I'm sure you could have done it a lot faster also, if you were just kind of going through. Oh my God, I don't have any spaces. Hold on a second. Let me just do this real quick. Boom, done. When it gets hard, and this is the bit that I would say to you, do it before you start your game, not at the end of the game, because of how stressful it is. And I could do it before you go online, right? That people see you going online, they start calling you to go play with them because stressful, right? I'm gonna go through my A and S tiers now, and my A and S tiers can get stressful. I have a little way to make it so it's simple, not so stressful, but nonetheless, sometimes it gunks up, and you really have to think about what it is that you're doing. So let's go to my A and S tier guns. All right, so now you click on the A axis, and as you can see, I had a bunch of it closed, right? Look, I have a bunch of it closed, indicating there are no more B's and under. But the moment I hit A and S tiers, there's a ton of stuff that are only A and S. But now I can start with a clean slate of the ones that I have not looked at, right? So here we go. Everything that's open will be either A or S, and I have not looked at them. So there you go. It can go straight to the A and the S's that you still need to sort, right? Because none of these was on the B tiers. Okay? So here we go. I don't start from the top, but I will close this tab and open this tab kind of deal. Yeah? So that way I know what I need to look at. You could start from the top and probably easier, but I don't because I'm trying to get through this very fast. So here we go. I'm looking for same name. So that's different, that's different, that's different. Rush. Okay? Rush. But there's only one rush. And then the A tier would be right beside it. That's different. That's different. Different. Now I have a submission here. That's the same. This is that tier. I'm going to bring them both to the character so you can take a look at it. And then that's different, that's different. Okay? And then let's take a look at it in character. And I'm going to show you something that I've already done. One is an S and one is an A. Okay? I don't play with this gun much. In fact, at all. I haven't gotten a single kill. Right? But I know that that's an S tier. So I've already masterworked it. When you find an S tier, masterwork it. Don't think twice. Masterwork it because that indicates that this is the best gun you can get in the game as of right now. You may get another S tier that has multiple things in it. So for example, this one is S tier, impulse amplifier and chill clip. This one is an A tier with auto reloading, and I forget what that is. Aggregated charge. It does not have impulse amplifier here. It does not have chill clip. Right? And this one does not have aggregated charge in here and does not have auto reloading. So an S tier can be more than an S tier. If it had aggregated charge and auto reloading, it'd be a even better S tier. Okay? Don't wait for that S tier to upgrade it and masterwork it because it's very, very, very rare. And I'm going to show you something that's very, 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 very rare. Okay? Before I had two guns, one with bait and switch, the other one with elemental honing. Right? Now I have one with both. And I had another gun with hatchling and another gun with auto reloading. But now I have both of it. Okay? These two, well, if they're great, if they're perfect, great. You could have a 5 out of 5. But if you don't, just get these two. Right? To be you can have a tier 4, a tier 3 that has these two. Right? You're not going to throw it out. You haven't gotten a tier 5 yet. Right? If you're on the low level out of 300s. receiving tier 4s. I mean tier 3s, right? So ultimately, you want to get to this. This is the God row, right? And I'm not even talking about this or this. I don't know what the God rows are on here. But here, I got 4 out of the 6. Okay. So this is not a 550 at, but this is a 550. This does not cost me 5,000. This only costs me 1,000 and doesn't cost me any cores. I'm going to upgrade that. And look, as soon as I saw it, I had locked it just in case I make a mistake. But with this system, you're not going to make a mistake. Right? You just throw it in the vault, get it out of your face, and deal with it later. So there you go. And then you can place that back in the vault. Done deal. Back to LightGG. All right. Back to LightGG. Where was I? Submission. Okay, so submission is taken care of. Nothing here is the same. Right? They all have different names. And they're all S tier. Wow, I'm actually proud of it. I'll give an example. See, this is an A tier. Was there an S tier gun on here? Maybe there was. Oh, look, it just refreshed. See how quickly that is? That's why I say don't refresh. Unless you've done like 10 different moves like I did a little bit before, and then I did refresh. I wanted the answer right away. But don't have to. And if sometimes things move. If you're on the bottom, it kind of like you lose track. But if you're on the top, it's not so bad because you don't lose track. So maybe there was an S tier available. I couldn't find it. So I settled for the A tier. The season went away. We can't get it again. I'm stuck with the A tier. And that's it. But know something. These repulsive brace and the stabilizing rounds is the same as this. Look. And then you could fine tune it, right? I'll bring it to the character real quick so I can kind of show you a fine tuning of that situation, right? You could fine tune it. Right, so if you have an issue with your inventory and you want one of each archetype and one of each burn, right? I have a void here and a void here. They're the same burn. That's bad. Okay. And then I put this on and I compare with each other, right? The one on the left, I have a better handling, and there's very little difference, like 2 points difference in the other two things. But I can draw one faster. Very little too. And so why keep a gun if I have a better gun? This is better. No questions asked. But this was feature gear. All right, so if I wanted to run something that had avant-garde, I couldn't run with this. I had to run with this. I had no choice. So because of this feature gear situation, I'm keeping both. That was my decision behind this, right? So I put in accuracy on this one, and I put the temporal blast on this one. Let's see if I put accuracy. It's probably even identical. That's better, right? So better. When the season goes away and I lose that mod, it'll probably remain here, right? Great guns. I've used this one and I had so much fun with it. Now, I haven't used this one much. And there's another ISO, right? We want the best of the best. It's not a tier 5. So this is like, I want to delete it. But I couldn't make myself do it because of the avant-garde situation. I had to keep it. And this kind of situation will happen to you. Don't stress too much about it. Keep it because you have the spots. And in Renegade, we're going to have more spots. I don't know how much more. It's probably 100 or 200 more, but still. Yeah. Make a third character. Make a fourth. Make a second and third character. You have a lot of 60 slots, I think, per character. Something like that. Put the stuff on another character. All right. Back to here. All right. So now we're done with all of them. All the A's and the S's are safe. They're mostly S's, right? There's one A over here. And it's crafted, so there could be the crafting situation that makes it an S later. But look, they're all S's, and I told you about this. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up and close the one on the bottom, and then take a look at which other one comes out. So here we go. There's a couple more that we have to look at that we haven't looked at it before. All right. So now wow, you get one gun and it's already an S. This is nice. And this rating wasn't even here. I just didn't want to delete it. It wasn't even rated yet when I got it. All right, so this two, they're both S's. One is masterworked, right? So let's see here. Same. Triple tap, triple tap, triple tap, triple tap. Okay. So one, I have a rapid hit. The other one, I have lone wolf. And one, and it's the same. So the only difference between these two is the lone wolf and the rapid hit. Okay. I'm a PvE character. I don't do PvP. I will never take this anywhere to get that PvP. However, demoralized and lone wolf. Yeah. If lone wolf was here, I would have a super ass tier. Okay, I am one lone wolf away from a super S tier right here. Everything else is identical. So I've already masterworked this. This is not masterworked. I'll just move it to the character so I can infuse it to something else. And then keep going. Open the one on the top. Close the one on the bottom. Keep going. So that way you know you've done it. All right, trace. They're all A tiers. And there's nothing to do here. He says this can be better. Let's do an A tier. Okay, you're done. That's your inventory, completely done. Right? If you needed to just go to play. Right? So now I'm gonna close them all. And I'm gonna look for the A tier situation. Because I only want S's. So there's some A tiers here that I need to look at. And there's gonna be a lot. Okay? So I remove the S's. And I'm gonna turn on and off S's as I find them. So if I find a lot of them, all right, so what quick visual here, do I have any equals? The names are different. There are two equals here, okay? So these two right here are A tiers. All right, I waited for it to load, it was loading. So I'm gonna move that to the character for visual representation. And now I'm gonna open the S's. I'm gonna take a look at it. A. Is that another one up there? No, there isn't. So I don't have any S's on this. Okay, important to know, right? You don't want to just delete the A if you don't have an S. Okay, so you want to take a look at it here. A have char, and that's different. Okay, cool. So I have two A's. They're both in the warlock. And then I make a choice solely based on this. Okay, once I make a choice here, if the choices are the same, then I look at the other stuff because it's whatever I like. For example, I enjoy ricochet rounds and I enjoy armor piercing rounds. Okay, so between the ricochet rounds, the armor piercing round, I'll probably go ricochet rounds myself. Okay, light mag, light mag is on both. Okay, so the decision here is ricochet round because I have corkscrew rifle and Aquarius round, small bar. See, small bar. So the only defining factor between this and this is the ricochet round or the armor piercing rounds, which indicates I'm taking this gun. So let's see if I really want this gun. Hill clip goes with kill clip. Is it kill clip here? I don't see it. I see here. Okay, very good. Hill clip, kill clip. All right, back to this gun as in being better, because that's the defining factor. And then I enjoy perpetual motion. Okay, and perpetual motion with the storm is the collection here. If I want a different one, right? But I have hill clip and high impact reserves. So between perpetual motion and the storm, I would say high impact reserves is probably what I want. Okay, so this gun won. This gun wins. And that's me personally. And you see how much harder it was to make a decision with an A and an S tier? So if you're going to do the inventory and then go play and somebody's waiting for you, don't touch the A's and S's. Do it next time you start playing that you are just starting and there's no like rush for you to go do something else. Okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep this, which I mean I lock it, which will lock in game. And then I'll bring it back to the vault so I don't make a mistake. Okay? And I go deal with this immediately so I don't forget. That was my decision, right? Where the B's, you can do it later because they're all B's. But when you had to make a decision between two A's or two S's, you really want to deal with it right away. Like, I give an example. I almost forgot what is it that I needed to do with this, right? And then it clicked to me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a masterworked one, so I don't need it. Okay, so here we go. And then I'm gonna go into the inventory. I'm gonna find something to upgrade. And as you can see, I don't really care which one it is. I just upgrade something that's exotic. Ooh, I like this guy. Okay, and now remember how the other one stayed in the vault? I'm gonna bring it back to me from the vault. Oh, it already updated the website. You see, not far, not hard. I'm bringing it back to my character, and now I'm gonna solidify my answer. It's been a while that this gun is dropping. I probably had S tiers but I probably made a mistake on it. So now I'm gonna make sure that I no longer make a mistake. For every feature that there ever was, I'm gonna go over here, hill clip, kill clip, high impact reserves, and score corkscrew rifling, and I'm gonna upgrade it. Oh, I had upgraded. Oh, I ran out of money. I had this gun for a while. I just haven't locked or upgraded it. It was at 3, so I ran out of something. I must have. So there we go. Now it's upgraded. Beautiful. And another thing that I could do is I could leave it here for the moment. It's already upgraded. It's already locked. And as soon as I find another 550, I'll just go ahead and put this to a 550. So the guns that are dropping currently, if I already put them on 550 and they're already masterworked, that means I've looked at it. You know, they're locked, they're masterworked, and they are 550. I've already looked at it. There's no need to go back and look at it again. You know, at a glance, I know that's an S tier gun. Like if I'm choosing my loadout, I'm looking for the stuff that's upgraded, right? So I go over here and I go, oh, look at that. It's an upgrade. It's probably an S tier. If it's not an S tier, it's an A tier because I could not find another one. Like I'm looking for one of these that is green, and I haven't found a green S tier yet. I found a green A tier, many of them, but I deleted them all. The looks doesn't do performance. I want performance, not look. Make it the ugliest thing in the world and give me performance. I don't care. I take performance. Right? So like for example, I know for a fact that this is already showed up. Those are B's. Okay? And they're pretty much identical. And this is my A. I want one green that has lone wolf, target lock, bewildering burst, and Connecticut tremors with range masterwork. Right? That's what I want. But is it here? No, it's not. So I'm waiting. All right, keep going. All right. So we're done with these. We're selected on A and S's. We're going to close that. Open the next one. SSS, A, SSS. They're all S's. Perfect. Close that. Open. Oh, an important thing. Come over here and click close all now. And then they're all closed. And they're all closed. Okay, so let's see here. A, and I only have one. I'm not master working this one specifically because there might be an S somewhere. Okay. All right, so let's look at this one. This is an A. Also, the same thing. There might be an S somewhere. I wouldn't masterwork it just yet. If it's an S, masterwork, no question. But if it's not an S, hold it for a moment until you find an S. If this is an ends or you need it for something, masterwork it. Psycho Pump. It was fun to have that. Oh, there's an S tier hiding here. Know that S tier is masterworked already, isn't it? I even masterworked the A tier. Hmm. I must have been looking for this or need this somehow. And that sometimes happens, right? You're looking for that one gun, you got an A tier, you're using it all the time. Masterwork it. I get it, you know. And I'm just looking real quick, make sure that everybody's at the par. Okay. Let's see here. Not two of those. The same thing. And then after a while, it kind of starts to blend in your head. Everything just blends in. All right, cool. Pull one up, one down. S tier, S tier, S tier. I haven't masterworked it because I never used this gun. And I'm debating about actually deleting it. So that's why I haven't masterworked this one. I hate the whole linear situation. Doesn't hit hard enough. But I might need it for Advent card. So I'm keeping it. I use it all the time. And I haven't found an S tier. So I keep it. Once I find an S tier, I'll replace it. And those arrows keep going back to whatever it was before. It's showing me the rating here, but it's not changing in game because I haven't used this gun in a very long time. I change it every time, and when I come back here, it tells me to that these are the better options, which means I haven't changed it in game. I have to physically change it in game in order for it not to be an arrow up anymore. If that bothers you, you would transfer this gun to your character, change it to what says here, and then it will remain that way unless you have a loadout somewhere that the moment you click on it and it will change back to whatever loadout you had. So in a way, you have to go delete your loadouts. Um, you gotta equip your loadouts, then change the gun to the S tier situation, and then resave the loadout on that same number you deleted it before. This is my super S tier mint. It is on my character, and because I keep switching stuff, it keeps changing here. But it will not change in game, so I'm not worried about it. This is an A tier. Don't upgrade it until it's an S. Some Masters don't exist though. So the season ends, you go ahead and upgrade everything. So that way you know when you're going in the next season, if those same guns drop, you know you've already farmed it on the season that was dropping. And then there's a chance that it's not going to be any close to what you did when you had abundant amounts of dropping. That just became an S tier from one click. I don't enjoy this gun, so that's why I did not upgrade it. And also, it's not an S tier. Same here. This is a nice gun, but I'm sure there's an S tier somewhere. I see a lot of people using it. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Arcane's Embrace. There's an S tier that's already upgraded. It's already masterworked. It's already 550. It's already locked. And if you look, A, and then boom, another S. Oh, look at that. Okay, so there's two S's here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer all the A's safely to the character. And I can just delete them all or infuse them all to something else. Though they put it all the names together, right? There might be an S here and an S on the top in the mix of all the A's. Okay, so now I can delete them all without discrimination. Go back to the character. Look at that. There's a ton of it. They're all 550s, which is perfect. I'm gonna take one of them for this gun. I'm gonna bring this gun back to the default, and then I have 6 more to go make some exotic 550. And people ask me, now that I'm 550, what's the fun of the game? This is it right here. Like, make a whole vault 550. Oh, but that costs resources. You can just get more. You know, imagine needing it and not having it. That's worse. Like, I was playing a conquest with somebody, and his loadout put him just under what he could do. So he could do with one loadout, could not do with another loadout. So he was like, "Oh, I'm sad I can't use my loadout." And it's true, you can't. It's very true. But if you had everything upgraded to its max, you could, right? As you grow into 550, don't, right? Just put in, spend the money on the one thing you need to have to complete whatever it is that you're doing. Once you get to 550, sure, go ahead and do what I'm doing. All right, back to Light GG. We're almost done. Okay, so, oh, it's upgraded already. Good, everything went away. All right, so now I'm looking to see, I have two S tiers here. One is upgraded. All right, so I'm gonna skip that for just a moment. S tier. There's only one of each, right? S, 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 S. Wow, it looks so amazing, right? Oh no, I didn't mean to bring it to me. I wanted to see what its highest is. Okay, strength, staircase, staircase. There's two of them over here, both on A tier. Okay, so I have two A tiers to deal with right here. One's masterworked already. And then what we have here, these are shotguns. heel clip 1-2 punch. But I think reconstruction 1-2 punch is better. And I have trench barrel. So I have 1-2 punch trench barrel. I have incandescent reconstruction. And I have fusilate 1-2 punch. Right? So everything is in this gun outside of heel clip. Right? I can only think of one reason why I would want heel clip, but it requires a kill though. Does it not? Final blow gains you career. Yep, that one reason doesn't work. Okay. So transfer that to the warlock and delete it because it is low level. Okay. Keep this. Good. Not this. It was 424 and I was doing Desert Perpetual. Okay. So now let's deal with this one. Arcane's Brace. It's already masterworked. I made a decision. I finalized it. And I bet I finalized it because of this right here. Volt shot. Is there volt shot here? No. That concludes my decision. I made a good decision. Volt shot is good. Do I want Rolling Storm? Yeah, it could be. Right, do I want Surrounded? Yeah, it could be. But I have everything I need right here. Volt shot. That's what I need. Volt shot. So take this. Transfer the character. It is a 550. So go ahead and infuse into something. Again, something exotic. Soon you run out of exotics. And then you infuse into the guns you're using currently. And soon you run out of the guns you're using currently and you infuse to the guns that are old, but you're most likely to use it. That was a gun I just thought of is Icebreaker. And I kind of want Icebreaker to be at 550. It is at 550, okay. All right, so that gun kind of came up to mind, you know? Oh man, I want it to be at 550. So this is a gun I want to also at 550. Why do I want it? Because I wanted my vault to be at 550. It's nothing else other than that. Is it? If you go to trials with it, level doesn't matter. So okay, so that's sorted. Everything is sorted. So I deleted this. I only have one now. And they're all different now. Beautiful. Oof, I wasn't shotgun. It refreshed. That's why I say to you, open the other one before you close one. Sidearm. There's a few in there. Okay. Drain Banquet. Baroque is old. Same gun, but old. So I'm keeping it. It's an S tier. And it's not avant-garde, right? A lower tier, that is an S tier gun. Great. And that makes it easy for us to make a decision here. So decline is the same as this. Decline, decline. Okay. There is no arrow up. There no arrow up. I take this both to the character, and I'm gonna infuse into, you guessed it, some kind of exotic. Forgiveness, Lotus Eater, return memory, the Quarantina. Okay. So that will end this. Open one, close the other. Change it to the character. Two primaries. Okay, all set. I enjoyed this gun quite a bit. I'll bring this one. Oh, hmm? No, that's not a primary. That's where it starts the specials. All right, cool. I know this is an A tier. About time is a 550. S tier, S tier. Okay, back to light GG. And then it looks like I have to go on the other character to pull up some more guns that are not a 550. I'm almost done here. So maybe I don't have many. So I'm gonna skip that for a moment. S S. They're all different names. We're good. Open one, close the other. Not the same name. Not the same name. Oh, the same name, the same name. No arrows up. Oh, there's quite a bit of here. Okay. So I have a bunch of A tiers here. And remember I said I was going to stop at this because there are some B tiers that are hollow foil. So I'm not going to just stop. I'm going to skip it for a moment, finish it, and then go back because that would require a little bit more thinking and I want to finish. So if somebody calls you for a raid, it's fine. You only have to do gun burn. And there'll be a ton of it in your inventory. Then you'll be able to see it easily. I have 2 Aurora Dawns, 3 Aurora Dawns, 4 Aurora Dawns. 4 of them over here. So A tier, straight to the character. Don't worry about it. It's a deletion. Now I have 3 Aurora Dawns to deal with. Okay? And I know I feel like skipping and go to the next one. But I've already skipped one. So if I keep skipping, I forget where I skipped. But let's deal with these 2. So Aurora Dawns, and S tier. And there's another one in S tier here. No, is my Aurora Dawn 550? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. But this one is. So I'm just going to leave it in the character for now. Because I'll probably infuse this to this. Okay? So another thing I'm going to do also is, just to be sure, that I'm not making a mistake is I'm going to equip that just to make sure. So this is going to be infusing into something. So I'm going to equip that for now. Make sure that this other one is locked and this isn't. I'm going to keep it for now because I know I'm going to put it into one of the 3 guns I have there. And I kind of want to look at them in depth a little bit. So what I want here is chill clip and flash counter. That's what I want for this. I memorized it because it's my loadout for my Titan and his avant-garde. Though it doesn't work for that because you need a time frame. Once it hits the time frame, get extinguished. So here we go. Oh, I just found out we don't get extinguished. A whole nother story. All right, flash counter, chill, whatever, chill something. Cold still. So does this one have flash counter? No, it doesn't. Right? Has the healing grape, but doesn't have flash counter. So I know I don't want that. This one has flash counter. So I'm gonna bring that to the character and delete it right away. Doesn't have flash counter. I won't even think twice. It's a complete. It's a directly deleted. Don't think. And then I'm gonna bring these 2 to the character. Okay. So this is the one equipped. This is the one that's masterworked, and this is the one that's that I'm dealing with to see if it's better than this one. Okay. Now note that it didn't show up over here, but it did go to my character. Don't keep clicking it because it will keep putting it to different places. You keep losing it. So you clicked it once, you saw that showed up on a character, leave it alone. Don't click anymore. It will refresh itself. Nothing's perfect in the world. Oh boy. I didn't have that screen on. So this is what I made it here. I just brought all of them to the character. Sorry. Continuing. Okay, so here we go. So now that I know that this is the gun I want to infuse, this is probably the gun I want to keep, and this is the gun that's fighting against it, right? Let's see here. Oh, my friend just joined. All right, so let's make it flash counter equal to. Now it's nothing. This is interesting. Yeah, rhymes dinner binary orbit. This is good. So look, this is a good fight. This is a good fight right here and there. That's a really good fight here. I might wanna. Let's see here. What does that one say? Bionet Vorpal. Yeah. So this one, I got Vorpal here. I have Flash Counter. I have Bionet. I have Rhymes Dinner. So it's a flat out. It lost. It lost. There you go. So I'm glad that my friend is here now because I'm gonna show. Like, look, if I had to stop right now, I did it. Like I got most of it done, and I could be like, oh yeah, let's go play, right? And this is the kind of stuff that's like, oh my god, you're now rushing. You might make a mistake, but you won't, because you kind of sorted everything through. Remember how I said to you, I still have gun burn to do? Probably not gonna have time to do gun burn now, because gun burn is there's a lot of them that I need to go through. All right. So here we go. You did this one. Sword is done. Okay. I skipped Gunburn and then I go to my last one. And then easily a not none of these are the same. Done. Right. So now it's perfect time to end the video because you see I still have 2 Gunburn. There's a ton of it over here. It's very easy to do, very fast to do. But my friend showed up. He probably wants to do something, and I got to stop. Was it stressful? Not at all. You know. And where did I stop? I stopped on Gunburn. I know I have to take a look at my SMG later. And that's the video for you guys. Take care. Thank you for coming. What's up, Rosie? What you doing? Hello, hello, hello. He's probably still turning on things. Okay. So I suppose I could finish this until.
Hello?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Arms week, huh?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, it's nothing this week?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. I was just sending the string.